obviously it's incredibly disappointing to lose a test match like that. And there'll be a lot of really disappointed players in the change room, of course. That said, the bigger picture for me is Test cricket's alive and well. I mean, I can only imagine how many million people have been watching Test cricket. There's been so much talk for a long time about what's happening with Test cricket. I mean, it's just another great example of why we love it so much. We'll obviously be disappointed. India have been brilliant throughout. They deserve great credit. They're a very, very, very tough cricket team, and as disappointed we are, it's great to see Test cricket alive and well. Look, I think we'll sift through the whole series actually, because you think about, we won the first Test so well. It was an extraordinary second innings for India in Adelaide. And then Adelaide India just haven't gone away. I mean, they are tough. They are really tough. So credit to them, but we've got areas we need to get better at. It reminded me, Pant's innings reminded me a bit about Ben Stokes and Headingley. So what can we get better at? Maybe how we approach left-handers who come and take it back at us. So that's one area we'll look at. I thought young Gill played well. I think Pujara, he was the thorn in our side last series. He was again this series. So yeah, it's been a tough series. Well, maybe. I mean, but you can look at it another way as well. I mean, I'm really proud of the fact that those four guys, they all stood up for the whole series, and would have been a brave man coming into this Gabba Test match and not select those four bowlers. I mean, would you have? I would have done the same thing. What? Not tell me who you wouldn't have picked. Pat Cummins, Josh Hazlewood, Mitchell Stark or Nathan Lyon when the series is on the line. Which one wouldn't I have picked? I would have picked them every single day. I can't say it enough, Dirk. In India there's 1.5 billion people. If you make the first 11, you are pretty damn good. Right, you've got to be tough, you've got to be hard, you've got to come through a very hard system. So we could say, some people say it's their second 11. My gosh, when you're 1.5 billion people all who love cricket like we're seeing here and see all around the world, I think we're going to give them a lot more credit than being their second 11. They deserve all the credit they get. Actually, we've got a lot of room for improvement. We've got some superstar players, but we've got to keep. I mean, if we lose a series 2-1 to India on our home turf with all those things you just said, there's a lot of room for us to improve, mate. And that's, in one sense, that's exciting. It's very disappointing tonight. We're going to all be hurting tonight, don't worry. And probably when we reflect on the series, but we've got lots of areas. Our batting particularly, I think there's been at times where we've had opportunities to nail the series actually and nail Test match, and we haven't been able to do it. So we're going to get a lot tougher with that, a lot mentally tougher with that. Ultimately, our opening partnerships throughout the summer. You can imagine how passionate I am about opening partnerships in the top 3. Marnus has done a good job at 3. Stevie came good at the end at number 4, but we didn't nail our opening partnerships. I think the highest opening partnership was 80 in this second innings. Our middle order, we've got a lot of starts, all the things that are so obvious. We've just got to find out reasons why it's happening. Well, you know, and there's going to be, I know people are working overtime behind the scenes. As India came out here, as we went to England, in the end of the day, it's keeping the show on the road. As I said, I can't tell you how proud I am that there's been the Test series like this in the middle of a COVID pandemic. For India to come out, we're so thankful for India to come out and have this series. It's been a tough series, and I'd expect we'll have to do that, or what? Not have to. We will do the same for South African cricket.